Oh, I thought we were going to go to the roof and down. But... Oh, we are. Okay. I don't know what we're standing on. Climb down the vine. So this is the Old Bailey area. So that's the way into the cloister. Okay, so that's where we're coming out. Okay. Okay, we can't go anywhere. Oh. I remember when the library burned down. Dad told me I was just a baby, but I remember the flames coming out of the windows. So many people screaming and running around. I cried myself to sleep that night. I haven't seen this place since then. It doesn't look like there's anything left inside. I suppose it was too much to hope for. Well, Magdalene, how are you going to get out of here? Alright. So we go down to the cemetery. Very colourful flowers. These roses seem to have made the abbey their home. I'm glad something beautiful is still here. The cemetery. So we can go up to the Old Bailey. Yep, roses. Yep, more red roses. These roses seem to have made the abbey their home. Okay, so it's just the same bit of dialogue. Okay. So we can't look at anything else. Into the cloister! Everything's kind of, yeah, everything's boarded up and blocked off. Well, not boarded up, but blocked off. This place is a mess. How sad. Chapter house? This door's stuck. Can't get through that way. Okay, so this is just linear. Oh wow, everything's dark. Yeah, the Dance of Death. An old mural. It's worn, but I can still see some of the figures. A Dance of Death? They've been drawn over. What? These figures look new. The paint got me more than a few years old. Someone's been adding to this. Is that the Baron? Who would add new figures to the Dance of Death, and why? These people look like from the town, from here, people who died. This seems to be the Baron. There's Otto. Wait, is that... Footsteps, someone's here. Hello? Who are you? Someone look, and then that's the burning of the abbey. I assume. Okay, we go back out to the cloister. The door, it's open. Whoever's watching me must have opened it. I don't like this. I think I've seen everything left of the abbey. I want to get out of here. Well, the only way out is... The only way out is through. Wait, what? When did it start snowing? Wait, what? We're not finding out who was in there? Right, what am I doing next? Okay, I think we have to hand hand the book to Father Thomas, which I don't want to do. But I think that's the only option left at the moment, isn't it? Yeah, if I look at the map, yeah, the only thing left is... Okay, so these are the areas... Yeah, I don't know if these are the areas I've been to, or just the areas that have been... I don't know. Yeah, the only thing we've got is the church. So that's where we're heading then. Maybe something will happen. God bless you, Magdalene. And God bless you, Father Thomas. Do you have a moment? Of course. What can I help you with? I wanted to ask you about Tassing's Saints. I'd like to represent them in the Rat House. I'm thrilled to hear it. The Saints will make a wonderful centerpiece for the mural. Not as a centerpiece, simply part of Tassing's history. Of course, I consider our saints to be central to Tassing's history. Gearsound's too. But you know there is one saint you're overlooking. Why, the Blessed Virgin, of course, Mary. Many people forget that Mary is the greatest saint. And she visited one of the peasants here in Tassing centuries ago. The Virgin Mary appeared in Tassing? Why? Yes, she appeared to give a message. Centuries ago, a farmer in the fields behind us had 3 visions of Mary. In the first, she told him that she wanted him to tell the bishops of Freising that she had appeared. The peasant travelled down to Freising, but the bishops would not see or hear him. Okay, keep listening. The peasant returned to Tassing and had another vision in the field. The Virgin showed him a pattern, a labyrinth. She told him to draw it on a sheet of birch bark and bring the drawing to the Bishop of Freising. Okay, I'm not going to pick a fight with him on this. The bishop attempted to turn the peasant away, but he could see the drawing of the labyrinth in his hands. It was the same image the bishop had seen in a dream 3 nights earlier. He met with the peasant, who told him of the 2 apparitions he had seen here in Tassing. The bishop was moved by the peasant's story, and he came here to Tassing. The bishop came here? He did! It's the only time the bishop has come to Tassing. And when the bishop came, Mary appeared to both of them. She told the farmer that the town needed to build this church. She told the bishop to support the town. Okay, keep listening. And so the bishop helped fund the creation of this church. The people of Tassing have been using it ever since. Oh, how did you hear the story? True, I am not from Tassing. The people told me when I came. And the farmer... Oh, the former priest, sorry, told them when they were children, and so on. The priest and the flock have shared the responsibility of passing on the story over the centuries. Thank you for the story, Father Thomas. Have I convinced you to include the saints prominently in the mural? I'm still considering it. Well, if deliberation fails you, perhaps you will find that prayer gives you greater clarity. God bless you and your work, Magdalene. God bless you, Father Thomas. I should get back to the Rat House and get to work. Can I ask you about the book? Can you spare a moment? Yes, of course, Magdalene. What is it? Well, I found this book, but I can't read the Latin. Can you help translate it? The whole book? Oh dear, I can't afford that much time away from my duties right now. The Christmas sermon is coming up, and I've already fallen behind on Advent preparations. Could the matter wait, perhaps? I'd be happy to look it over after the festivities. Of course, Father. Thank you, Magdalene. Okay, so no one wants to translate it. So, okay, that was a waste of time. Oh, we're just heading to the Rat House now, aren't we? Just heading to the Rat House. Let's just go. Here's this interesting thing that could be a plot point. No. Like, it's not even a red herring at this point. We haven't got any... We don't have a crime in this act yet. Well, no, we do. We have got an attack on Klaus, but that's not even a clue for it. This is looking at murals. We're not even working on why our dad was attacked. Good evening, Magdalene. Good evening, Dr. Stolz. So you're progressing on the town mural. You've made rapid progress. Faring better than my father. Your remedies... Rig the scaffolding sheets so that enough air can flow through. That way the layers dry quickly. I see. That's quite clever. Now then, the council has asked to hear about your progress. I've been researching the early Christian history of Tassing after the Romans left. Learning how people settled in the ruins, how the abbey was founded, why our saints are so important to us. It was a lot to take in, but I've settled on my subject. What have you chosen, if I may ask? Okay, what are the options? Saint Moritz, St. Sasha, and Lady the Labyrinth. I want to show history how it happened. I'll paint Lady Kirsau found in the Abbey. I'll paint the Bavarians settling among the Roman ruins. So, the first one we went with was the pagan myth. With the wolf. I kind of like the idea of mirroring that with the kind of Christian one. St. Moritz, St. Sasha, and Our Lady of the Labyrinth. Because I've already gone with a kind of legendary kind of idea. So yeah, we'll go with the saints. They are the saints closest to Tassing and Kirsau and have been part of our history for generations. The saints are a central part of Tassing's identity and income. Honouring them in the mural will be well received by the town. The Lord will look on it favourably as well. You must always keep in mind the mural is not just for you, but for all of Tassing. I wonder if the choices you make, like, are secretly being scored, and then that's going to be how people respond at the end. Maybe. I remember. Very well. After this section, there's still so much work to do. I haven't even figured out how I'm going to portray the revolt. Yes. I imagine it poses difficulties the other murals do not. It's a strange thing to tell a story that still lives in the hearts of so many people here. I don't think anyone wants to talk about it. They've all just locked it away. Sounds like you have your work cut out for you then. I'll leave you to it. Oh, Dr. Stolz? Yes? Have you ever seen someone lurking around the Abbey? Or heard about it? I haven't been up to the Abbey in years, and no, I haven't heard of anything like that. Why? I've seen someone following me a few times. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Didn't you run into that odious woodsman, Harla Brandt, not long ago? Yes, but I don't think it's the same person. Well, if you have concerns, you should ask one of the boys to escort you when you're out. There's no need to risk your safety. You're right. Good night, Dr. Stolz. Good night, Magdalene. I'm waiting for this to, like, zoom along. Now I only have the final part of the mural to finish. How should I paint the revolt? Dad always talked about how the Archdeacon was the only one seeking justice in those days. But what was his name? The only name I can remember is the name of the Archdeacon who came to Tassing when the Baron was killed. Jacob Estler. Maybe he wrote an account of the revolt in an Archdeacon. I'll write to him and ask. And of course, I need to write back to Esther too. I'll write to them tonight before bed. And then time will zoom ahead and we'll... Yeah. Alright, where to begin? I'll write to the Archdeacon, Jacob Estler, and see if he can tell me about the revolt. I'll write a letter to Esther too. I hope the courier can make it through the passes before winter. Jacob Estler, formerly Archdeacon of Freising. My name is Magdalene Druckerin. I am an artist in the town of Tassing in Upper Bavaria. I believe you passed through our community when you investigated Baron Rothfigel's murder at Kirsau Abbey in 1518. Do you remember anything about the case that people in Tassing might not remember? Oh, I actually get to make a choice. Do you remember anything about someone writing notes to provoke the killer? Did you see any evidence that might suggest there was some sort of larger conspiracy at work? Thank you for any help you can give. Magdalene Druckerin. That wasn't what we were asking about. We were asking about the revolt. What? We were asking him about the revolt and any information he had about the revolt, not about the death of the Baron. What? I was waiting for, like, the next thing, like, he was just then going to bring, like, oh, let's talk about the revolt as well. Like, were there multiple writers and they just didn't talk? Dearest Esther, I hope you are well. You must know how tremendously happy I am for you and Simond, and Elisha, of course, and your parents. It warms my heart to know your family is doing so well. By the time this letter reaches you, I expect winter will have enfolded Tassing. It's already freezing at night, so I've reorganised the workshop so that the inks don't deteriorate. Do you have to worry about that in Prague? You've said it snows, but I always imagined it was warmer in winter. Dad is doing poorly, but at least he seems comfortable. For now. He's sleeping more, but Dr. Stolz says that's a consequence of the colder weather. I do what I can for him, but this winter has been hard. I've asked Agnes for help, but there's only so much she and Dr. Stolz can do. He's not going to make it. And there's nothing I can do. I'm scared. The mural is progressing well, but I can't shake the feeling that someone is following me. I keep seeing this figure around town. After I explored the mines to see Tassing's early history, and then again in the Abbey ruins. No one else in Tassing has seen anything, but some of the nuns say they've seen ghosts. It's the strangest thing, given me a fright a few times already. But I don't mean to worry you. Nothing's happened to me yet, so I think I'll be safe. The only good news I can share at the moment is that the mural is almost finished. I should have it completed by Christmas, or soon after, before the new year at least. Then perhaps at long last I shall be able to visit you and meet this Simond. Anyway, I fear this will be my last letter of the year. The Reichspost has already been late, and reported worsening snows through the passes. We seem to be stepping into a harsh winter. Stay warm, give my regards to your family, and to Simond. Yours always, Magda. Oh, and then we go to bed for, like, a week. Oh, no. How did this get here? Oh, we got purple. Stop. Oh, we've got our own purple letter. We're going to die. Woo! Yeah. This is a new letter. This is just like the note Dad found. Are they trying to scare me? And if I don't stop, are they going to try to kill me next? I need to ask Dad about this. It can't be a coincidence. But he's been so weak. I don't want to upset him. I just need to wait for the right time. I hope there is a right time. Can I go and ask him now? I know it was like, I gotta wait to see if there's a right time. And this probably isn't a good time. But I don't trust this game to not just speed through things. Hello, Magdalene. Okay, so I can't do anything. But with the way things have gone, I wouldn't be surprised if I had to, and then it just so if I go to sleep, like he dies in the night or something, and I can't ask him about it. It's late, I should get some rest soon. Go to sleep. We have a blanket to keep us warm. And we're probably just going to lay down and sleep on top of it. Because that's how warmth works. Yep. That blanket's really useful. Oh no, this is just advancing. Yeah, as I said. So it was the 20th. Does it go on for a week? Oh no, it goes on more than a week. We're into December. 2 weeks. Okay, just over 2 weeks. Mr. Struckerin, only one letter for you today. The pass is now impossible to traverse. The heavy snow is hard on the horse and me. Anyway, happy Advent, my dear. Thank you. Same to you. So which letter is this a reply to? Ah, a reply from Jacob Essler. Mistress Struckerin. I do recall the Rothvigel case, though it has been over a decade since I've served as an archdeacon. I am no longer associated with the office of the Prince Bishop. In fact, I am no longer associated with the Catholic Church. If you do not mind conversing with a Lutheran, I will tell you what I remember. The horror. Becoming a Protestant. I investigated several murders as archdeacon, but none had the curious spectre of conspiracy that haunted Baron Rothvigel's. After the peasants burned Kearsau, I read a report suggesting that a conspiracy was behind the murder of the town carpenter as well. It was around this time I did some research of my own into the death of Father Gernot's predecessor, Father Matthias. While no one suspected foul play at the time, I have reason to believe that his death may be connected to the two other murders. If this is the case, a serpent has lain coiled in the bosom of your community for decades. It may lay there still. What causes this serpent to awaken every few years to stage a new killing? I fear that finding the answer to that question may draw you into its reach. However, if you're determined to find the source of the trouble, I believe you must inquire with your neighbours. I urge caution in your investigation into this matter. If the serpent merely sleeps, it may be dangerous to poke into its old resting places. I hope this has been of some help to you. May God bless and keep you safe. Jacob Essler.